So this goes for the two older gents in the call, the ones who.
That wasn't a direct slap at the face of how old they are or anything.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I just wanted to ask you this is something that really.
Speak up, Sonny.
So, I've been talking to like some friends, and I feel like I've gotten the common consensus is that like nose hairs start becoming an issue at 26. Is that? Would you guys agree? Like,
I got something to add to that.
Not 26, like 30, 33, I say, is when they start becoming a little bit of an issue.
Really?
Yeah.
The pinnacle of beauty is at 26.
We gotta.
Oh, it's a little baby nugget.
It's a little mini berry.
What you doing, Nora?
Official nerd bacon baby right
I
here.
know. I gotta get her like a second T-shirt or something. You know?
like a nerd bacon approved.
Nerd bacon approved
Wait.
baby.
That'd be awesome.
Give it a onesie, but label it level 1 human.
And then lay out stats.
I like that.
Gotta lay out stats.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
I feel guilty drinking a beer around her now.
Nerd,
Put this away.
We'll level up every year on her birthday.
no, Nerdberry, you need to get her a second shirt.
That's what I was thinking. I gotta get her a Sega one, dude. That'd be sweet.
I've said this before. I always have a lot of respect for the Sega people. You know, you guys are.
Not easy.
Oh, you know what? Actually, you should get her a shirt that says Gen 2.
Oh, yes. Nice. Gen 2.
Gen 2.
It would work. It's an amazing thing.
So you're saying 33 is when you first started getting irritating nose hairs?
Yeah. I mean,
Aging
you just have to
officially
start-
begins at 26.
You gotta start trimming them a little bit
Good
more.
to know.
See, like, cause I never had an issue with nose hairs. Until
Okay, guys, I'm settled in, good to go.
He's
ready.
locked in. Nerdberry,
Ready.
what about you? When did you start or if you are, do you have like bothersome nose hairs that you have to deal with? And if so, when did they start?
He's so concerned about this.
I couldn't tell you when they started, man, but yeah, I definitely have some. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you take your nascent iodine, you take your survival shield, and those nose hairs aren't gonna be a problem.
Well, it's like I said, never had a problem until like 26, and now like regularly, I just do this like this.
So you pull them in the car, yeah, just pluck them out, man. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel something. I go in the mirror and I. just
No,
feel like
guys, what you do is you light a match to stick it right on your nose.
No, that's...
You just
And don't blow the match out first. Just put it in there.
You
You
need
have
to
to
get a little
snort
nose
flame.
hair
Hold your
trimmer.
breath as you
And
do
you gotta
it.
make sure you're hitting that nose hair trimmer before you go out on dates.
You haven't lived until you've tried snorting flames.
oh.
It's almost as good as the blood of the innocent.
This
Fire
tastes a
hazard.
little bit like the blood of the neutral.
The blood of the neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, coconut milk is really bland, or coconut water, I should say. It's really
It's
bland.
kind of good, but again, like it needs some pineapple to give it a little sweetness.
It
Dude,
needs
they make that.
anything.
They make that coconut water and pineapple. It's pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, we were talking about that. That's my favorite. And
Yeah,
the mango
I like
one's good too, but oh, it's so refreshing.
I feel like I need to fix my camera like before I continue.
Take your
I don't-
time.
I don't want to be like a white raven like forever.
I was gonna say, you don't like being a bird, dude, the whole time.
Admittedly, it does look kind of cool, but not
I'm
as
just saying,
cool
I
as
thought
these
that was
beautiful
your
mugs.
camera. I thought you were a white raven. Is this not true?
You lied to us.
Damn it! Damn
Not
it!
anymore.
Mind blown.
I thought we were the
Evolved
only
into a
website
human.
with a typing bird.
Oh my god.
I'm like devolving into Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh god.
For Godfrey, honestly.
I've been on one website with a talking bird before.
That's sometimes.
It was one
That was
movie.
pretty good. I liked that. I thought that was pretty
The
good.
bird got paid more than me.
Me and my friend, we have a Don Knotts.
Oh god, I love Don Knotts.
Did I ever tell you about our Don Knotts?
No.
No, you haven't.
Well, it's
No.
it's our version of Don Knotts is not suitable for work. He's got a our version of Don Knotts for some reason has a very nasty habit. He goes the way of David Carradine, you could say, and
Oh. Ah.
yeah, it's
That's
Anyway.
too bad. It's too bad that Carradine died. I always wanted Quentin Tarantino to do 2 more Kill Bill movies. I wanted him to do a prequel to Kill Bill, so we could see how Bill
Quill
became...
Bill?
Yeah, Quill Bill. I wanted to see him do a prequel, so we could see how Bill became who he was, and then he needed to do the sequel to show Bernita Green's daughter trying to get revenge against the bride. So, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Why is my camera still not working? Okay, somebody needs to invite me back. I'm gonna get this to work, I swear.
All right.
Okay.
We'll take your word on it.
If not, I'm gonna hunt you down. I'm gonna force this hard-boiled egg up your nose. I'm gonna make you chew
Oh,
with
that
your
could've-
nostrils
that
by
could've
going
gone-
like this.
That could have gone many places. You chose the suitable for work route.
Of course.
Has
What
anybody,
were you thinking?
you know. Has anybody seen
Oh yeah, change the subject. Focus, change the focus.
Does anybody watch Tim and Eric?
Nope.
I
Uh,
have watched a few episodes, but not religiously.
there's this one that's so funny. It's called Celery Man, and it's just this. It's got Paul Rudd, and he just goes up to his work, and he like types in, he's like, "Computer, load Celery Man," and it's basically this video of Paul Rudd dancing in like a silver jacket, and like then he keeps on loading up all this nonsense, and what was
Okay, I give
Anyway.
up. I'm a raven forever.
Ha magic works on you.
Forever Raven.
Forever Raven, I wanna be forever Raven.
raven.
that sounds like
You wanna
that sounds
go
like
and eat some garbage forever.
It only knows 2 words. Nevermore.
And
That's one word if you're Edgar Allan Poe.
It's never and more.
and caca. Yeah, so it's
Nevermore.
Nevermore.
You're not saying it right. It's nevermore.
I just had a nice.
Nevermore.
I just had a
Hey,
nice.
Abyssal, I think that your camera's probably working fine. It just sounds like you're probably taking a shit, because it sounds like you're in a bathroom right now.
This was like
Is
talking.
my audio quality that bad?
I think he has his camera's fine. He doesn't want people to know he's taking a dump.
Birds take massive shit.
Fair guess.
They just
I mean-
do.
I
Wait
mean,
a second, he is a bird. Is he in a bathroom or is he like hovering over someone's car?
He's
You know what?
eating fucking berries right now.
I found a neat
you
trick that
cannibal.
can take away some of the room sound. Some of it. It's not all of it. I found that putting a pillow on top of my microphone takes out some of that extra echo that I was having problems with in my YouTube videos. So I
Yeah.
pillow.
My mom had
I-
similar advice when I was a kid. She told me if I put a pillow over my face,
It works.
well,
yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, you came out of your coma.
Right, exactly. I fell asleep for a long time. 2 weeks had passed.
I
well,
was kind of mad when I woke up, though.
Yeah.
I was having all.
Didn't try it again. Did not try it again.
I've always heard that if you shove a mic up your nose, that's
You'll capture the sound of your nose hairs growing.
yes,
Mhm.
and you know.
Oh my god, I found my better mic.
Heyo! So speaking
Nice.
of better mics, speaking of sticking mics in places, let's talk about the NX for a little bit here. How about
Yes.
that?
How do you just like kind of segue from shoving mics up places?
Skills.
Sure.
NX.
Well,
And bird shit. Don't forget the bird shit.
And don't forget the bird shit.
Mike and X actually don't share any letters, so never mind.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
know. Except if you say microphone, then the N in microphone can be put into.
But
the word.
Nintendo has an E. So does.
Nintendo starts with an N,
Wait.
and
Wait.
the amount of nose hairs that you want all nose hairs X'd out of your life. So the segue was valid, folks.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
Boris, Mike,
Okay.
and Nintendo both have
I'm-
an I. There we go.
I'm just
Sure.
saying.
But David, has it even been confirmed yet?
It
The
has not
NX
been
rumors, have
confirmed
they been
yet. These are just sources reporting to Eurogamer. Eurogamer says these are
But
credible
credible
things. Yes.
sources. So yeah.
They say the NX will function, and this actually kind of matches, as I wrote in the article that's on Nerdbacon. And Yep. That's,
My bad, guys. A little PBR.
Wow.
Very professional.
That is
yes.
that's
Very.
Nerd Bacon approved. If there's some effects that are being, somebody should
Uh,
Nerd Bacon approval right on right now.
Right.
But anyway, so it kind of matches up with earlier rumors that we had been hearing that the NX was going to be a hybrid between a handheld console and then
Right.
it would hook up to your TV. There would be a supplemental computing device, and there was a patent that's actually filed for this. So it hooks up to this computing device so you can play this on your television. And this supplemental computing device may or may not offer some additional power to the unit. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about having one overall unit instead of
Garbage.
Garbage.
I was actually just gonna ask if
Garbage, dude. It's I don't care about portable gaming at all. So it pretty much alienates an entire group of people. Because why would I want to spend this money to buy something that's going to do two things when I only need one thing?
I agree.
Yeah, but it's
Saying,
both though.
you know?
Instead of having to buy the home console and then if you want some portable games, buying that, you just buy the one thing and then you can play both. So you don't have to have
what
a
am I
separate
giving
unit to
up,
play
though?
Pokemon and Bayonetta. It's like it's all gonna be on one thing. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool personally.
Well, it's a cool idea, but what am I giving up though? I've got to be giving up some sort of processing power, or like if they say that the two sides come off and turn into controllers, how many buttons are going to be on each controller? I'm going to be losing like a full lineup of games that would use like 14 fucking buttons.
Also,
you know?
the way the diagram looks, like, do those two controllers hook into each other, become one, or are they doing the same thing that they did with the Wii and having that nunchuck fucking?
Oh, that was a mess.
Yeah, exactly. That sucks.
Yeah, that was.
I don't want to be holding two controllers in two different hands. I want a classic, one thing to hold on to.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it is that it's a good idea in theory, but judging by Nintendo's like recent struggles, I don't think it's a good business decision. I think the console is definitely going to struggle under that concept.
Well, struggles in terms of in the the console world, but otherwise, I think Nintendo seems to be I think is doing some good. Well,
I would.
It's ambitious, but I feel like you guys said, the console part would struggle in the theory that like, two separate controllers like this. It would work better if it was powered by something else. Like you would have the option to work with a console or the tablet, what looking thing, design, whatever I think it wants to try it to look like, and do whatever. Like, I think it needs to have the switch. It can't be both. You know what I mean?
well, what if
Yeah.
okay, it was like, let's say, kind of like the Wii U, except like instead of the big gamepad, it was a smaller gamepad, and that was the part that could be portable, but that could connect to the Wii U and something like that. I mean, obviously they probably wouldn't want to do that because, again, like the whole issue with the Wii U was the fact that it was marketed poorly and people thought it was an add-on already, so it'd probably be even more confusing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was what I was having a problem with in the very beginning with the Wii U, is that it said that I could like have the gamepad piece separate from the console to do my own thing, but what I didn't realize is that you couldn't take it with you like a PS Vita or something.
Is anybody else
Right.
Echo?
Right.
Yeah, there
I'm
is some
getting
echo
echo
there.
too.
But Allie, to touch on what you were just saying though, I think that's also kind of like what Abyssal was saying when he was saying that they're going to struggle. They might struggle as a console, but if they get rid of their portable line and merge their portable and console together and have only one, not two separate units anymore, they might appeal to all the portable gamers and
Maybe
only
so.
some of the console gamers. So they'll be successful in one area, but not in both.
Well, I mean, the
But
DS
overall-
sell like hotcakes. I mean,
That's
their
what I'm saying, dude.
consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love the
Nintendo
DS.
still leads the market for portable gaming. So I think
Right.
if they get rid of the DS and this becomes their portable gaming, I think they'll do. Well, I think they'll still make a lot of money. I do.
Yeah,
Well,
and
and
then
if
for
you-
those people who buy that thing, then they'll still have the ability to hook it up to their TV.
Right, yeah,
Might
yeah.
have a little
That's
bit
a good
more
point.
power. I think Abyssal. I think there's like an echo coming in on your end because every time somebody else talks, at least when I'm talking, it comes up with your Raven image. Just
Weird.
So you know.
Okay.
You may need to throw on some headphones or something. Anyway, but here's the thing. Like, maybe this supplemental computing device will offer a little bit more power. Because they're saying, the rumors are now saying that the handheld device will be about as powerful as like a Wii U, which isn't very exciting, except when you think of, oh wow, a Wii U in my hands that I can take anywhere, that's kind of awesome. But having another Wii U for the home isn't that exciting. But what if
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
if you got a little bit extra boost in power that when you hooked it up to the supplemental computing device, it took it up maybe not quite to the level of an Xbox One, but maybe just below that. So you got a little bit of an extra boost when you're at home. But you're just under one architecture, so you don't have to split your teams up to develop two versions of one game.
Also, I think
Right. Yeah. That's a plus.
what we were talking about before about like, you know, appealing to the portable gaming market instead of the console market, and you know, I think that, you know, that could be a smart thing for Nintendo, because really their home console market has been like has been lacking in years and hasn't been doing
Sure.
strongly. So them focusing their efforts on the market that it's been doing best for them is probably a good move for them.
Right.
While it might, you know, it could piss off like Nerdberry said, it could piss off the home gaming console market, but
But think about this though. What if you had a device? What if they developed like a second version of Pokemon Go? So it's like you take this handheld device, which can run Pokemon Go and everything, just like everything else, and then all the Pokemon that you capture in the real world, you take them home, and you can play the RPG elements at home.
that'd be pretty cool.
That would be awesome, right?
Although I have something to add to that.
Nintendo, are you listening to this? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If Nintendo releases this NX, whatever you pronounce it, I really hope that it's not its own separate console / portable device. I think it should be an add-on to the Wii U. I think that would revive the Wii U's image, possibly.
I don't think
Oh,
the Wii U's got.
The reason why
Yeah,
I say that,
I think the Wii U's done.
the
Unfortunately.
reason why I say this is because I don't want to have to buy games for a whole new format for the NX. I do not want to buy games
Well,
that are
You
exclusively
don't.
for
Backwards
the NX.
compatibility, maybe.
Well, also
That
like
would
think
be
about-
alright.
Think about how often,
Yeah.
like how many times Nintendo's come out with a new version of the 3DS or whatever. That's just like, you know, like how many new 3DSs out there? They've had the 3DS, the 3DS XL, the new 3DS.
The newest.
The new 3DS XL has games that are exclusively for it.
Exactly.
Which has, like,
I think
two,
that
I
was
think.
ridiculous.
You know, you're right. It's ridiculous, but I mean, when it comes to numbers, I mean, they got to look at what's gonna make money for them, and if it's working, it's
Well-
working.
Yeah, but then they re-release the older titles just exclusively for those new formats, and that's more money for them.
Oh
I
yeah,
think that's not fair,
you're
I
right.
mean-
It's not fair. It sucks, but I mean, that's
especially for us poor people.
it does. It does, but
Yeah,
that's-
amen to that.
work for them, I guess, and that's what they're gonna do. It's not gonna put them deeper in the hole. People aren't gonna be like,
No.
oh man, this
Right.
NX, it's a whole other thing I have to buy. I'm not gonna do it.
That's right. All they have to do is pay $17 or so to buy a new copyright for it and ship it out,
And also, I think
like
if
23 cents a disc.
I think Nintendo would probably at this point want to distance itself from the Wii U. They're
Yeah,
probably, because I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
especially considering that, like, you know, I think the announcing the NX, like, as soon as it was announced, people were like, oh, that's it, they're abandoning the Wii U. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe at one point they did want it to be an add-on, because they weren't necessarily saying, oh, the Wii. In fact, I think they were saying, oh, we're not giving up you, but like people were taking it like that, and so
Right.
they kind of had to at that point.
But-
Whether they
I was gonna say, but when they launched the 3DS, they kind of took the same attitude of, hey, this is not the replacement for the Game Boy Advance. This is our third pillar.
But it was.
Yeah, it ended up replacing the Game Boy Advance and the NX.
I mean,
Something
it's kinda,
has to replace the Wii U. The Wii U is just 4 years
Yep.
and only 13 million units sold worldwide. That's a failure for
Something
Nintendo.
like that.
It's horrible.
yeah.
As good as the system
I liked
is,
it though.
I love the Wii U.
I think it's cool too. I don't have one, but I would love to have one.
It's worth it.
It's a great console.
But
If you
You
can
know
get a
what?
good price on it, it's worth it.
You know what, guys? The Virtual Boy's a cool console too.
Oh,
Oh,
my
come on. No, we're not talking about
Get outta
the-
here.
the virtual. Get out of here.
Here's another idea
But
about
I
the
think
NX.
no matter what, though.
Here's the other thing about the NX that could be a possibility. We know that Sony and Microsoft right now are on the
Phasing out?
cusp. No, they're on the cusp
No.
of releasing their upgraded versions of the PlayStation 4 with Neo, and then Microsoft has this Scorpio thing that's going to be coming out next year.
Yeah.
So you're looking at maybe $400 if you want to upgrade your PS4 to the Neo, and God knows how much for this, 50 bajillion teraflops, whatever Scorpio. This thing could be like
Teraflops.
$600
It's
theoretically.
teraflop.
It could be, well, really, it could be about $600 theoretically. So,
Well,
but with this supplemental computer device, you're not creating a whole new console. You're just creating, just a supplement to the existing things. So Nintendo could do upgrades, every couple years for, 100, 150 bucks and keep boosting that power up.
And the base price point of the NX is probably going to be under $300, considering they're not trying to compete graphically, processing, and they never ever really try to play DVDs or
Right.
Blu-ray. They're not going to have all this extra hardware inside, which is definitely going to keep the price. I'd say around $250 if I had to guess.
And,
I'm
It's
guessing
really
350.
competitive. Yeah.
and the rumors
guessing
that I'm
350.
hearing is that they got
Oh,
a
350.
sweetheart deal from Nvidia on this chipset. So. Yeah, it's definitely will be under $300. I'm gonna say it's gonna clock in at $199 personally, but we'll
Really?
see what happens.
Well, that's my personal opinion. I agree with you. They might lose money on hardware sales, but as long as they have a lot of first-party development games, they should definitely move more hardware and then make money on the in-game purchases, the first-party games, and things like that. That's
Yeah.
where I think that's where they're going to make the real money.
we just won't see
Nintendo's
very
like-
many ports. That's the problem.
Can I?
Right.
Can
Yeah.
I just say I don't know if I was really disappointed when the rumors or the whatever or whatever you want to call it came out what it actually was, because I don't know if it was just me, but the NX had all this mystery surrounding it, and I kept on I was kind of on the edge of my seat, almost seething with anticipation to see what this thing was that Nintendo was keeping so under wraps, and I just kept on my mind kept on going to all these places, what's the next thing? They're gonna do something that changes the way we look at gaming, it's something completely unfathomable. You can't even picture it in your mind what they're gonna create, and then this thing comes out and it's like a portable thing you can hook up to your TV. Well, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
the Sega Nomad did that.
The mystique was good, and it still is good. But I think honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't an actual leak. I'm pretty sure it could have been on purpose to try to build more steam and actually kind of posed as a leak.
yeah,
Even though
it's
it's obviously somebody
it
knows.
still
what
has
they're
to be
doing.
classified as a
In-
rumor
in-
at this point. It's not official.
Yeah.
It's not confirmed. It's still
It's
a rumor. I
official.
mean, it could be.
It is
still
official,
a
yeah.
rumor.
In my personal opinion, I was more excited when Bethesda released their announcement about Fallout Shelter being available for free than the NX.
No.
That was a
That's
good announcement.
Great.
That's
That was a good announcement.
I'm enough of a fanboy that I will still be excited when Nintendo, unless the power of the system is really, really subpar, and
Terrible.
there's really no advancement beyond the Wii U, then I'll be disappointed. But if we get a little
Well-
bit better than the Wii U, and get a glimpse of freaking a new Mario game that's like Mario Galaxy 3 or something like that. I mean, if they announce Mario Galaxy 3 as a launch game, it's done. Game over. Take my money. There it is.
yeah, that's really good.
So I'll probably
But
still
like
be
that,
pretty excited.
I just, like I said, I was hoping that it would be something new and groundbreaking, and like I said, the Sega Nomad came out in '96, and that was a portable that you could hook up to the TV, you could hook up a controller in it. It was, I mean, obviously power's different, but still, that was, it's nothing that's changing the game. I guess it's not a game changer, and I don't know.
I think what future devices from Nintendo need to have as a necessity are things that you could, pieces of data that you can move from one system to a portable device, such is the case with the Game Boy Advance with the GameCube. When, for example, I played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and the Chow Garden, you could move your Chow into your Game Boy and take them with you, and then when you were ready to play with them on the GameCube, just move them back.
Yeah, but that's what the NX is. If this rumor
That's
is
what
to
they're
be
trying to
believed.
do, I think.
Well, no, I think what she's saying is having two separate devices, like
Connected.
like but like and
Yeah.
maybe this is what you're saying, or maybe this is like an idea, like they release one, they create one media format, and it works for both systems. Like you'd have a one, you
Basically the same OS.
Right,
like
right.
you had like let's say you had like a home console that you could hook up to your computer, I mean your TV or whatever, and then you had your portable device, and they just made it so that the carts were the same, or the whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I'd rather
the-
have that one device than have to buy two separate devices personally.
Yeah, that makes
Well,
That's
like I think if this
cost-effective, yeah.
NX comes out, it needs to have data compatibility with the Nintendo 3DS. I think it should do that,
What if this
or with the Wii U. It should have that compatibility between one or both of those devices, because that way it would keep the sales of all those devices going up, and the desire for them to be up.
so it'd be like an upgraded option as opposed to a whole new system?
Exactly.
Guys, what if the NX was just this big ruse this whole time, and it's Nintendo's releasing board games? They're gonna start just making board games.
I would love them forever for that,
Legend
though. I
of
mean,
Zelda
really,
Uno.
there you
That's all.
go.
It's not out of the realm of
game.
possibility.
That's where
They
they
started
started
off
Mario
as
against
a,
humanity.
they
That's
actually
where the-
started off as a playing
Card
card
company.
manufacturer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a period during like the 60s or 70s where they were Nintendo had sex hotels.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was
Nintendo.
Hiroshi Yamauchi.
So
I did
Sign
not know
me
that.
up.
He was a dirty man,
yeah.
dirty old man.
Where was I when all this was going down?
I know, no kidding. I was
Not in
born in
the
the
sex
wrong
hotels.
era.
Business.
If you ever fill a CDI and you're playing Hotel Mario, you know what that's based off.
Oh.
But the sex hotel used arcade technology. You still had to put a quarter in a slot, right?
Oh my god.
You know what they say? All toasters.
My ears.
Toast.
That's where they got the idea for a cartridge slot.
That's
Yes.
right.
Right, the toaster.
The whole
Too many toasters.
Uh,
Yeah.
So would you like your
That's
toast?
a game changer right there.
that is a game
Would you like your
changer.
toast lightly burned or pretty fucking burned?
Well, I think
Oh, by the way, that's not burned. That's not even chocolate either.
right.
Oh my god.
I think you brought up a good point with the whole GameCube to the Game Boy format thing. But the only thing is, while that was a great concept, notice that the GameCube was not much of a success. In fact, Nintendo's consoles outside of the Wii, which was more of a niche, like people caught
and
onto
not
a
even a
niche,
very good system.
things haven't really been successful for Nintendo in the console department since like the Super Nintendo, basically.
No, and
Yeah.
was
N64
that's not
was
true.
amazing.
The PlayStation 1 blew the N64 out of water
the
in the
Wii
sales.
sold
department.
100
That
million
is true.
units.
the thing about the GameCube too is that the GameCube, like,
Was great.
It was great, yeah, and it's got a huge cult following now. Like, people love the GameCube.
Mhm.
Yeah, now they do.
I don't think people are gonna feel that way about the Wii.
Now that the
Mm,
GameCube
no.
is like less than $30 a unit.
I
Well,
think
and they're all
everybody's still
refurbished.
playing. Everybody's still playing the GameCube while their Wii's are sitting in a dusty closet somewhere.
and
That's
people are
true.
selling them at yard sales all the time.
That's true.
You can't
In
get
fact,
rid of
I have my fiance has a Wii that like ever since I lived here, he's never taken it out once. But we have a Wii U, and we
Right.
have a GameCube, and we have an N64 that I bought at a
Well,
pawn shop.
I'll tell you what. I think the
more like an
resale. I think the resale of Wii U's. Once we get into the NX and get
Yeah.
beyond.
Wii U's gonna become a popular. I think it's gonna become a.
It's gonna be.
Absolutely.
It is gonna be a collector's because it's. There weren't that many sold, and
That's true.
it's gonna be tough to find a complete unit that still has the gamepad that works.
That's a good point.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Right. The
But what about
gamepad.
the Amiibos? How are they going to be?
Amiibos.
Oh, the amiibos are NX.
Amiibos a
Well,
whole
whatever
other-
NX is, it's still gonna use the amiibos. I
It
mean,
better.
Of course.
I put a lot of money in my Amiibos. I
You
don't
guys
even
just
have
ask
that many.
Patrick if you have questions about Amiibo, okay? I'm sure he has every single one ever made, so.
I mean, like,
I
I
wouldn't
have the
say.
Mega Yarn Yoshi that Cubus sold me. I love it. It's so adorable. It's
Oh man,
It's huge. It's adorable, though. I
That's
love
awesome.
it.
I got
I
that
also
for my
think that-
fiance for Christmas.
I feel like the Wii is just packed with so much shovelware, whereas the Wii U, like, you know,
Sure.
I don't know, like the Wii U really does have like an appeal to it. I think, like, I think it has some quality games. Like, it's got. There's
The
some.
Wii?
The Wii U feels more like a game console than the Wii. The Wii
It
feels
does.
like the Wii was
Absolutely.
like that thing that non-gamers, like, you know, parents and grandparents, like, oh,
Right.
that looks fun. You know.
Yeah.
They
It's
had-
like,
I got a
there's
bowling
no
league on
personal
Wednesday
life.
night.
You know, I literally, the reason why I bought my Wii was, okay, this is what happened. My first year in college, my roommate was like, yeah, I just got Super Smash Bros. Brawl, it's awesome. Of course I was excited for Brawl, of course I want to play it. And he's like, during spring break, he said he was going to bring his Wii, you know, smuggle his Wii out of his parents' house and bring it back to our dorm room, apartment. And when he gets back, he's like, yeah, I got caught. And I was like, okay, what do I have to trade to get a Wii? Like, at that point, my heart was so set on playing Super Smash Brothers that I had to buy one myself. And that's literally the only reason why I got a Wii.
Oh, don't lie. You bought it to play where?
To play
I
what?
do like Mario Kart. Mario Kart.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
Deal or no deal? How about Heathcliff the Cat Adventures? I have that.
The
game.
only game I wanted was Wii Music.
Sounds terrible.
Wii Fitness.
Escape from Bug Island.
Oh, man.
Wii Bowling.
Quality tiles.
Wii Bowling's fun. I mean,
Wii bowling was fun, yeah.
That was fun.
that
I think that
a
was
good
like the
pack-
best game that we came out with.
How about the Black Eyed Peas experience?
Oh no.
I mean,
Well,
I felt that
No.
experience right down to my core.
I thought-
In your on your lumps, your lumps,
Yeah.
your lumps, your lumps.
in
Yep.
your
My,
loin,
my lovely lady
My loin
lumps.
lumps.
your loin lump, your lumpy loin.
What you gonna do with all that junk, inside that trunk?
I think
Because you
it
put
was
too much full of
I'm gonna take some milk of magnesia and get that out.
going to the doctor regularly to get his lumps checked.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens when you get old. Nose hairs and lumps.
Ah.
That sounds delicious.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
We need to have maybe
That's okay,
maybe
I
the next
can't
stream
die.
I should do is like a Wii U appreciation night.
Yeah,
We
you
do
said
it.
it with so much weight in your voice, like just like it's on its deathbed or something. Which I know it kind of is, but still, it's sad because I love the community that Wii U has. That's what's so cool about it. Is it's created like this great, you know, like such a simple, you know, you can draw on the pad, you can do the stamps as stupid as they may be, and like people can comment about certain things, and they can say, hey, I'm
Great
playing this
hanging out
game right
with
now.
those 13-year-olds.
Right.
It's,
I love,
it's
I love it though.
I think Nintendo was trying to catch on to the millennial crowd with the social media stuff, really.
I think they
so,
did a
too.
good job.
Maybe.
Well, they didn't realize
It's
how
like the tobacco
prevalent.
companies trying to get babies to start smoking.
Pretty much.
That's
They
what
did-
the NX is. It's actually like a game console that's controlled through cigarettes.
Oh my
That'd
god.
be awesome.
Let's play
great.
cigar, the game, on your cigar.
What's that? Cool
No, the
Joe
cigar
the
is
camel,
like
right? Isn't that
the
what it
cigar
is?
is like the upgrade. So like you get cigarettes, and then in a couple of years it upgrades you to cigars.
For a second, I thought we were talking Wii peripherals, so I was thinking they got a cigar peripheral for the Wii. Like, you plug it into the bottom of the Wii mode, and it becomes like a fucking vape.
Oh
That's
my god.
That's what Konami is gonna do
Controller in
with
your
So
mouth,
millennial, oh my
forget
god.
about it.
when,
I'll bet you can find a Wiimote vape somewhere. I'll bet.
I
I
would
would not put
guarantee
that
you.
far- I would
I
not
want
put
to
that
get
far-
one. Just
Well-
to say I have it.
I don't smoke.
Me
So,
neither, but
I
I
wouldn't-
just like to have one.
It's not
Just
You know,
Smoke
that's a good
vaping.
point though too.
my
Just to
Nintendo
have one.
collection wouldn't
like-
be complete without it.
exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
I think at that point you might have to just make one. Like buy a crappy old vape and then like gut out a Wii controller that no one uses because they're everywhere, and
Right.
like put all
Right.
the parts in there. And Wii vape.
That's gonna be a new project for me. I'm gonna try and build a freaking Wiimote
There
vape.
you go.
You should
Do it.
Make it a
Keep the
hardware.
lights in it too.
Make it a DIY or hardware type thing on Nerd Bacon.
I'll do
There
it.
you go. That'd be awesome.
How about a Wii U breathalyzer for the adult crowd? Like, whoever has the highest score wins, dude. Fucking leaderboard. Everybody at the top is like dead, like not even alive anymore.
That'd be such a great drinking game.
Alcohol poisoning.
It was, yeah, everybody just dies. I'm going into a coma right
On
now.
the plus
Yeah, pretty
side,
much.
on the plus side, Darwin's theory of natural selection, it weeds out all the dumb ones.
That's
There you
what
go.
Pokemon
Right,
Go is,
there you
basically,
go.
right?
Exactly!
Oh my gosh.
Exactly!
That Pokemon Go, I could not believe how many people showed up for that Pokemon Go event in Des Moines. Like, Des Moines, Iowa.
Are you doing it?
I'm not playing. I'm just not.
You're
It doesn't,
playing?
it doesn't seem appealing to me. It's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
you go and
It
you
lost
walk
its
around
hype
and then
for
you...
me.
I don't even have a smartphone, but
Wait, you don't?
it looks like a lot of
Probably
fun. I don't have a smartphone, no.
That's probably best, though.
Bam.
I mean, it looks like a lot of fun, though. I like how much fun everyone's having with it.
Well, it's fun. It does bring a lot of people out of the home, so that way they actually get to understand exactly what the sun looks like. But,
Which is
Well, my
good.
fiance enjoys it, so.
right. But, like, my problem is that even though the game tells you in the very beginning, stay aware of your surroundings, nobody fucking pays attention. They'll just
No.
walk right into the freeway and get hit by something.
Like, go
Exactly.
into a park
You know-
and watch people walk around. It literally looks like a zombie apocalypse.
You're
Seriously.
walking
It
in
does.
trees and walls and shit.
It does. It's so
Maybe
weird.
that's what Nintendo's trying to do. Maybe it's a new marketing campaign.
Yeah.
You buy
But,
next
uh,
to you, I swear.
I don't know.
But like, I understand the good parts of it. It makes people actually like become
Mhm.
friends.
I've heard
That's
people
awesome in this crazy time. I think that's good.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, it constantly crashes. The servers are always down. And the GPS never follows me properly.
They probably weren't
So-
expecting it to be this much
Popular.
phenomenon.
Yeah.
Maybe, but within like the first 2 weeks, I was like the first week that it came out, I avoided it. I didn't want anything to do with it. And then my roommate is all like, "Hey, Allie, want to go to the park with me?" And I'm like, "What for?" He goes, "There's Pokestops over there." I'm like, "I'm not doing anything else. Whatever, I'll go." So I get there, and everybody is just
Yeah.
in the face. They're like, I'm not even kidding. They're just like, follow
This reminds
stuff.
me of that South Park episode of like the Pokemon episode of South Park.
Right. It's kind of like that.
Oh,
But,
there's gonna be a
Pokemon.
sequel.
finally,
Yeah, Shin
somebody,
Pokemon.
Oh,
finally
Pokemon.
somebody told me, you really gotta download this. Don't knock it till you try it. I'm like, I can't argue with that. So I downloaded it, caught a few Pokemon, phone dies. But, like, turns out I live right in front of a Pokestop.
Oh,
So
nice.
I have, like,
For you.
I got balls everywhere.
You got balls everywhere, folks.
I'm
Balls.
surrounded by
Right from the-
balls.
And let me tell you, I'm in heaven.
Well, like after a while though, it started not being so interesting
You
anymore.
weren't digging the balls anymore because a lot of balls is just not a good situation.
It's not the balls that bother me. It's
the hair. Oh wait,
no. My problem is that the same Pokemon show up all the time. It's
Did you?
always a Weedle.
What do you mean they
It's
show-
always a Rattata. It's always a
so
Caterpie.
do they like knock on your door? It's like, hello, hi, I'm a
They're
Pokemon.
worse. They're worse than solicitors that keep coming to my place to try to sell me makeup. It's
Are they-
annoying.
Are the Pokemon trying to
You
make
have solicitors that keep showing up to your house?
Well, it's like, no, they don't actually show up in my house. They show up like on
Are
the GPS. On
Are
the,
they Jehovah's Witnesses? Are they trying to spread the good word?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh, do you have a moment of your time to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? And we're like,
Our Lord and Savior Ash Ketchum.
yeah, Ash Ketchum.
Would you guys? I don't know if I've ever said this to anyone. Like I've told this to people a lot of times because I pretty much recycle all my material with different
I can
people.
tell. No, I'm just kidding.
But he's heard it all. But have I ever told you guys I've never actually played a Pokemon game?
Yeah, you told me.
I
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
So I've already,
mentioned that once.
right.
Hey, there's only one Pokemon game I actually played, and that was Pokemon X. Yeah,
I
it was
feel
X.
alone here. I was like I used to be like a huge Pokemon person.
Well, we haven't heard from the older crowd over here, the gentle folk.
I have Pokemon Blue. I think I put 20 minutes into it.
Yeah.
Are you
And I bought it
serious?
in like 1998, so I could play
Dude.
it on. Oh no, wait. This is even better. I bought it in '98 because I was working at GameStop. It was one of the big games, and I was interested in it. And I bought it not because I had a Game Boy, mind you. I bought it so I could play it on my Super Game Boy.
Oh my god, now I see why.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So you bought it for bragging rights.
Yeah,
So,
Basically.
and you still have it. Why did you keep it if you never played it?
because I keep pretty much everything.
Because he doesn't sound
I
yeah, he
can't
likes-
Yours has
all-
Pokemon Red.
I'm
That
trying
is
to
why
think.
you have your minty fresh copy of Chrono in the box with the instructions and the map, right?
Yes, I do.
But what does
Yes.
that look like? Maybe, you know.
That's your retirement.
Do we need to see that?
I think
That's his retirement.
I think it'd be a good bragging moment for the podcast.
ZB wants you to pull it out so he can see the
I
game.
do. I'm all about the pullout, you know.
Good. I knew it.
Do you at least
I knew
call
that
her
was coming. I
afterwards?
know. I shouldn't have said that.
No,
shouldn't have
I
said
usually I usually delete the number.
All
Hey,
right,
I got
here
something. This is
my Pokemon Blue.
Oh, you got blue?
Oh,
Nice.
it's minty fresh. You've never really touched that, have you?
What's that?
You've never really touched that, have you?
No, I haven't.
I'm alone here. I put like 500 hours, I think, into Pokemon Red.
Well, we summoned
No,
him.
Abyssal, you're not alone, man. I beat both of those games, Blue and Red, back in the day.
I will
have-
buy. I will
I
buy.
have this one. This is my
Yeah.
Fire Red.
It's not
Fire Red's pretty great.
This is what ZB wanted to see.
Ah,
delicious.
Oh.
my nerd heart. It's,
Now people are gonna try and find out where you live. Like
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
they
track his IP. Hold on just a sec.
video game collectors are gonna break into your place. Ooh, that's a crisp manual too.
Yes.
Which, by the way, just on a side note, I just want to say, and this is gonna make, you know, guys, you can disassociate yourselves with me at this moment because I'm probably gonna piss off a lot of, you know, collectors out there. But collectors are just the scummiest people, and I'm a collector too. But I'm just
I'm a
saying.
collector too.
The fact of the matter is that video game collectors all hate each other anyway. But like, God,
Aw, I don't know.
A lot of them do.
no,
Like,
but like,
I went
love
to a
you,
pawn
ZB.
shop, and when I bought my N64, the guy behind the counter said he would much rather sell me the N64 rather than selling it to some collector who's just gonna sell it on eBay later.
no, that's a
and-
reseller. That's a reseller.
See, but I collect things to use them, you know? I don't collect them just to, like, have them sit on a shelf.
I will
Right.
admit, I have a lot of video games I don't ever play. I have some video games I've never played, so I am definitely as bad as they get. I don't resell though. I never sell. I do trade.
So
I collect
I've got,
obscure consoles and shitty video games. That's
I've
like
got,
me.
I've got 2 articles, 2 features that I want to do, and I told Allie about this, one of them last night. One of them is going to be like a top 10 list of games that I put a bunch of time into, but for whatever reason, never finished.
Oh my
and-
god.
Oh, like every game I ever freaking play. Yeah.
It's going to be,
Put-
I've got the list. It's going to be a good list. The
That
next,
would be a great like collaborative.
it would be. I think we could each do that.
That would be good.
I want to do one.
Yeah.
Except seriously, there's probably like I've probably beaten 10 games ever in my entire life.
I know.
Seriously?
Let me ask you this: so is
I don't have
this,
the patience.
Oh.
would this be like games that you gave up on and haven't played in years, or would these be games that you just aren't good enough? Like what?
This
what
will
would
be
your
this will be stuff that I put a lot of time into, and then life got in the way, and I went on to something else, and then
so more like lost interest?
not that I lost interest because I still would love to go back and finish them, but it's like if I tried to pick them up again, I would have to restart it all from the
So they
beginning.
kind of fall into that
Exactly.
void.
It
Right.
would have. Yeah, I'd
Right.
have to start all over. I got a few games that are like that. At least 2 that I can think of right off the top of my head.
Ooh, I got a
And-
title for you really quickly. You
Yeah.
can call it The Void. The games you can never, top 10 games, never
That's
mind.
great. No,
Wow.
no, that's great.
No,
That's
you
great.
you
I'm
were
actually
onto
writing
something.
that
You
down.
were onto
The
something.
games that you can never go back to, or something like that.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, or the top 10 games you can never go back to, or top 10 games we could never go back to.
Well, I
Or
think I
like-
just
or like-
passed like the 20 article minimum or whatever, so I can put out lists now.
10 games you'll never revisit.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good. The
Yeah.
Void
I've
games you'll
got,
never
I've got 4
revisit.
more articles put up
So
before
it should be like the
author.
it should be the top 10 games that we've never revisited, just because, like, you know, that way people could, you know, because people could be like, oh, I revisited, because it is a very circumstantial thing. We're picking games from our experience that we specifically weren't able to finish. Like I'm sure, like for instance, me, I rage quit on Chrono Trigger quite graciously. I will admit.
Right at the end.
I beat Chrono Trigger.
Oh well,
I
Brad.
never played.
I've never beaten Mega Man.
I've beaten all 8 Mega Mans.
I've
Wow.
never even beaten the
Well,
first
real quick though, who's beating this game, huh?
Oh,
classic.
snap.
Look at a
No.
rough partner over here.
You know, I never finished Majora's Mask.
What?
I never played Majora's Mask.
Life got in the way.
You
What?
I
guys,
never got to finish.
you
I
guys,
have-
It's on my list of regrets.
That's
I
like the
never
best
got to
Zelda
finish.
game.
I
This is
know.
where I'm a piece of shit. Like I have a copy of Majora's Mask. I played it just to see if it works, and I want to. At some point, I plan on like that's why I want a game room because I would play every single one of these games, and at some point I'd probably get rid of the games I really have no reason to keep. But like I definitely do. Like I have some regrettable consoles like my 3DO.
I have a
that
3DO. Oh my god.
Oh, you do?
I collect consoles, man. I have a shit ton
Yeah.
of consoles.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Another
me
title
too,
I
man.
never got to finish was Final Fantasy X. I was this close to the end, but life got in the way.
that's one of mine. That is like number 3 on my list.
I think I'll probably put that on my list too. I didn't like the problem with 10 is that I never got around to liking it as much as I
I
liked the other
loved
ones.
Loved
it. I
it.
just never got to finish it.
See,
That-
I preferred 9. I much preferred 9.
I preferred 9 as well. I love 9. I thought 9 was a fantastic game. But I like 10.
I like Final Fantasy 1. It is the only game that is the only Final Fantasy I've ever played, and I think it's very fun. And I have 2 and 3, and I work, but I haven't had a chance to play them yet, and I will definitely want to.
Well, hey guys, I hate to interrupt, but I actually have to get going. I have to make.
Oh, man.
Well,
gotta
thanks
make-
for joining us,
So,
Nerdberry.
They gotta make some sugar tonight.
Well, I'm actually making cilantro lime marinated fajitas. So
What?
yeah,
Very
cilantro lime marinated fajitas are gonna be good. But anyway, I gotta go. But it has been fun. We should do this again
Oh,
sometime.
for
All
sure.
right.
Actually, really-
We
Oh,
will
yeah,
upload
definitely.
this one to YouTube. So this will happen.
Yeah, you're gonna
Sounds
cut
good.
out some of the crap, right?
All of it's
As in-
gold.
as in the entire
Crap is
podcast.
subjective.
But anyway, all right, you guys have a good night.
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
All right, see you later.
Take it
I
easy.
just want to say now he's out of the call. What a mother. No.
It is going on YouTube.
It was an honor. Nerdberry, you had to leave early, but it was an honor having you here. It was really cool. Like, I've spoken to you on the phone a few times, but like, it's always a pleasure getting to talk to Nerdberry.
He is a good
Very,
dude.
he's a very likable guy. So
Yeah.
it was a very pleasant surprise to see him in this call. I never thought he would have had time to do a podcast with us. So I definitely hope we can get him into some more.
Worth it.
What's that?
Those cookies better be worth it.
Yeah, exactly. He's abandoning us for some sugar. I mean, I can't blame him.
I don't blame him.
I brought my sugar with me.
That's too much sugar right there.
What are you talking about?
I can't drink those energy drinks anymore. They're way too much sugar for me.
Oh man. you
Speaking of
guys-
sugar, and here's another championship segue. Speaking of sugar, Allie, tell us a little bit about virtual reality.
Oh,
Is that your new sugar?
it is my new
Oh!
sugar. I'm addicted to the beauty that is virtual reality. Let me grab
like
it.
the Virtual Boy.
No, not like a virtual boy.
The Virtual Boy is the only reality. Okay.
That's my reality.
Have I mentioned to you guys that I'm 3 games away from having a full Virtual Boy set?
What
Out
are
of
the
like
games
what,
that
the
you're
10
missing?
games they made for it?
14. I have 10. I have 11 actually. So
Wario World, they have like that one Mario game.
there was somebody on Craigslist who was listing. They have 2 Virtual Boys and like a bunch of games that are boxed. None of the games I need, but I do need the boxes and like a couple bags and everything. This was a yard sale that I went to almost a year ago, and they had it listed 2 virtual Game Boys, and I got there, and I was so excited, but then they had $350 firm on there, and I'm like, first of all, this is a fucking yard sale. Secondly, if you're gonna charge ridiculous prices at a yard sale, put it in the fucking ad so somebody doesn't drive 49 minutes out. I was so
exactly.
disappointed. And then they were nice people, but she said that if she didn't sell it, she was gonna sell on eBay. And I was like, well, you should do that in the first place. You're not going to sell at a yard sale. And it's been listed on Craigslist, relisted over and over at that same price point. Yeah, so much for eBay. And I made an offer of like 100 for everything, and that didn't go well. And I kind of
Good low ball.
She cussed
You know-
you out.
no, she was very nice about it actually, but bugs me because it's like, sell it on eBay. There's a reason why. Yeah, you can make that much. I mean, it's not a bad price, but there's a reason. People on Craigslist and garage sales think they can get eBay prices. There's a reason why things go for a certain amount on eBay because you've got the fees, you've got the shipping. You have to. You're putting it out there so the right buyer will find it. If you're putting it on Craigslist, you're reaching a somewhat limited market.
Right.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you're
Like,
reaching
pretty
a
much
local
limited
market,
to your,
and
pretty
you're
much.
kind of
Exactly.
desperate. So.
Exactly. So if you really want to sell that, sell it to this person who wants it. Because I mean, there's not like 1,000 people clamoring for a Virtual Boy in this area.
Exactly.
There's psychopaths like me who are trying to. And listen, I
Don't
would
sell yourself short.
Well,
You're schizo.
Don't sell yourself on Craigslist.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't end well.
This is
I would know.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
This is how
Something
bad
tells me you're not.
I'm kidding. I swear.
This is how bad I am though. Is like I really want to get that so I can have a second Virtual Boy and keep the boxes and one of the bags and sell everything else and make my money back. That's essentially what I want to do because
Do you got one of those stands? Do you have one of those like Virtual Boy like head things like that like attach them?
That's
Or,
what
like
they
was it
came
a
with.
stand or?
It came with a stand, and yeah, mine's complete. Mine's complete. It's in really good shape. I always worry because apparently, I've heard that it's not if, it's when. So I'm very afraid that one day my Virtual Boy will stop working.
Aw.
Probably.
Well, if your Virtual Boy dies, I have something for you that you could
Segue.
use
Segue.
as a replacement item.
How much is that going for on
Behold.
eBay? There
Behold.
it is. The Vive.
The
Wow.
HTC Vive. It's a beautiful device. It's beautiful.
It's the future of gaming, you may say.
Oh, it changes the way anybody games.
Yeah.
And it also comes with two of these.
Those
Hand
controllers look
controllers?
sweet.
They are. They're really neat. I honestly have no idea what the circular part's for, but I assume it's.
I have an idea.
Oh my god.
So
Well-
how much is HTC paying you?
You might get yourself stuck in this if you try. Now,
Yeah.
it's got a trackpad. It detects soft touch, which is just running your finger on it. It
Giggity.
also has like a clicking. it also clicks top, down, left, right kind of thing.
Does it have a
Trigger
vibrate
button. It does. It does. It does.
So how much is HTC
really?
paying you for this advertisement?
Nothing.
Oh, that sucks. How much
So-
did this run you though?
This was $850.
Jesus Christ.
My
That
golly.
includes the shipping and 3 games.
Oh,
Oh
and
my
that-
god.
and a free HJ, I'd hope.
Yeah, I would
Wait,
hope
what was
to.
that? What was that?
A free HJ. I mean, that wouldn't,
That would sweeten the pot a little bit.
Well, this I'm gonna talk about this some more. So
Oh, we're getting a hands-on demonstration.
Look out. Look
yes,
Oh, nerdy friend. Oh,
here's
she can't
this
hear
is-
us.
She's leaving reality.
headpiece. Obviously, this is for the headphone jack. You stick any old pair of headphones in. Doesn't matter if they're these big things or just your little earbuds. You can fit them on there,
Huh.
and make sure all your hair is out of the way. Shove this over your face, and it's so dark. No, I'm just kidding. Here's what you do. Just put this over your face, and that's how it looks like on your face. Then you
Right.
take the controller and whatever your other one, and you play games. You look like you're flailing about and stuff, but really, what's in these 2 tiny lenses are there's 2 lenses on the inside of the face piece. I'm gonna try to display that
Like
right
the
here,
Virtual Boy.
and that is what displays everything. And honest to God, this thing messes with your equilibrium.
Does it?
Mhm.
I
So,
swear. It's
what-
so weird because, like you're standing in your world, your actual world, but at the same time you're viewing another.
Mhm.
So,
Any kind of 3D or virtual reality, I just don't think is good for your eyes or your brain.
Right.
I played this one game that's available for the Vive. It's really awesome. It's called Windlands, where you use your controllers to swing around trees like Spider-Man. I'm not even kidding.
So does
But
that make
it also
you
has
like,
a
sick?
Oh,
or
that would
anything?
be fun.
It was fun, but it has a run function on the other controller. Like, one controller's for running forward and backwards. Both the trigger buttons are for the hooks. the other controller is also responsible for jumping. And when you just walk forward, even just a little bit, here's what happened. I walked forward a little bit, and then next thing I know, I'm on the ground going, "Oh God, oh God!"
Like you're on the ground, or your reality's on the ground.
No, like I'm literally on the ground, looking at the ground in the video game, going, "Oh God, stay still!" Oh, shit.
Watchman had asked a good question about like, do you ever feel sick, like motion sickness or anything?
At first, a little bit. But the more you play it, after taking breaks in between,
And the medicine that is included with the package.
you get used to it. So I would just say like play for like 15 minutes, take a 5-minute break, play for 20 minutes, 5-minute break, and just keep going until you feel like you don't really need breaks.
You know, the Virtual Boy had some foresight. They built in a little timer, a 15-minute reminder.
For me, it's just play till you feel sick, take a break, go right back into it.
Well,
Your eyes are going to be ruined. You should take a break.
I wish it sounded like that.
In the virtual games though, like while you're playing on the game, if someone
You're
wants your
getting
attention,
cancer.
they-
Take a break.
someone wants your attention while you're playing a game on the Vive, someone can use the mouse on your computer and click knock knock. It's
Interesting.
it shows up in your game saying someone outside wants your attention.
Somewhere in the real world.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
Hey,
what's been your favorite experience on the Vive so far?
Oh, where do I start? So far, I really enjoy the this one game. It's called A Legend of Luca.
Yes, you have a review pending on that.
I just did a review on it. There are a few things I'm not too crazy about on it. Like, for instance, in the very beginning of the game, there's this like dialogue of a mysterious voice, and you can't hear that voice over the music. The music's awesome, but I can't hear the voice, and I had to look up the dialogue in order to know what she was saying. It's like she was saying, "Luca, awaken! I am Diana, goddess of Jupiter and the hunt." And I'm like, okay, so we're talking about Roman gods here. And then she's
I
like,
that pose that you did, like I just imagine you go from. All right, we're talking about the gods here. All right.
Just need a second.
that's
To.
that's pretty much exactly what I was doing when I heard that. When I was reading it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it. Oh, got it. So,
I like this hero that Nerdy Friend is portraying. Just very like matter of fact, very like, all right, I see what you're.
Got it. Yeah, next part. So apparently you're stuck in this dungeon because Diana's husband, god of fire and destruction, all things baneful,
He's got a gambling
has decided to be a dick
He's got
and took all of Diana's weapons of virtue that were supposed to be gifts
pawn
them
shop.
off.
or well, he took all the weapons of virtue and corrupted them into this dungeon and enslaved humanity. You,
The pawn
being the
dungeon.
most virtuous of all the creatures on Earth, are chosen to free the weapons of virtue and bring the land back into prosperity.
You're a hobbit.
So, it pretty much, yeah.
Where's
like,
M.
yeah.
Bison when you need him? Of course.
You're our M. Bison.
The point of this game is it's a dungeon crawler. It's a very short game. It's only got like 5 levels. That's my other beef I had with this game, but other than that, it's an amazing game. The like each level gets progressively harder. Get both of your controllers can be used for weapons. You get one to start with, so when you're not holding a weapon with your other hand or whatever, you see the controller. It's cute because then you're just like, woo! You can just see your hands float around and stuff. It's awesome. So you can shoot things with a staff or with a bow. And then you got like Thor's axe or something. And it just
Oh, yeah.
shoots
Thor's
lightning and
Thor's
shit.
axe.
Yeah, it shoots lightning and it's
axe or something.
I don't know.
That's what it says
It also got like a
Thor is.
boomerang
Axe.
sword and
Doesn't Thor have a hammer? Like.
yeah, I know. It just shoots lightning. So that's
So
why I said
is
it's
there
Thor's
like
axe.
is there a
okay,
lot
got
of
it.
is there a lot of the character moving around in the game that you have to do, or is that more automatic?
That's the thing. You don't see the character, only the hands.
First person.
It's just you.
No, there are no mirrors. I guess that'd be kind
Nope,
of
no mirrors.
Yeah, but is
Uh,
it like playing something like Doom where
the-
you're actually walking around? Like, like Doom, you would
It's-
actually move the character around, or is the character moving for you and you're just reacting to stuff?
There are 2 options of movement in this game.
Like a
One
rail
is-
system.
Yeah.
Well, one is that you can set this up to a room scale environment where you can do the actual walking around through the dungeon, but my area is right here, so and it's
Yeah.
only standing room space. So instead of walking around like I would like to, I can teleport instead, and it does a little bit of like you get to see yourself move forward. If you don't like that, you can change that to just flash forward, you know, so you don't have to see the motion and make yourself sick. So it's pretty interesting concept. I like that one. Also, ducking is a legitimate dodging strategy. You see a
Nice.
fireball coming at you, you can duck and actually avoid it. You can also turn corners, check to see if there's bad guys, and it's like, ooh, there's one there, and then like take your weapon, shoot at them, see if you got him.
Nice.
Keep going till you got him. I love that. It's so useful. And that's like the one thing about video games that I've always dreamed of being able to do. Be the hero, be in the world, be the story, you know? And that's what I believe virtual reality, like the HTC Vive, can do. And it's like a dream come true, really.
By the way, good night to Jesse Abyssal Oblivion. He's ducked out for the evening.
Yes. Good night. It was always a pleasure. He's a good guy. I always enjoy. I've always liked Abyssal. He's a good man.
Yeah.
Oh.
My first interaction with him, actually.
Oblivion.
Interact 3D. Does anybody remember that old Nickelodeon bumper that was like, first there was something reality, and then came virtual reality. Now it's actual reality. And, like the walls would fly up, and like somebody would throw a basketball at the kid. Do you remember that?
I don't.
Me neither.
Well, I don't know. I watched a lot.
I mean, I believe you. It's
I
been
don't
too
believe
long.
you.
Well,
I miss Slime Time from Nickelodeon.
oh, I was on Slime Time once. Well, not
What?
on.
Were you?
No. Wait, let me rephrase that. I was in the audience. I
Oh.
realized how that sounds.
Oh.
I did sit. I sat 2 people away from Patchy the pirate, and I said, "Hi, Patchy," being, the obnoxious 13-year-old I was, and he ignored me.
Aw.
He's
But he
like,
probably didn't hear me at all.
Yar, I'm
dude.
a character. I don't say hi to 13-year-old scallywags.
I don't say hi to landlubbers.
By the way, Watchman, that
Yes.
that Mario you did was awesome earlier. I just want to say, like,
Oh, thank you very much.
can you do like some of the like what do you think he's saying when he tosses Bowser? What do you think he's saying in 64?
In 64.
I'll be back.
Time
Wait,
to go for a ride.
No. I mean, like he says something that sounds kind of like "so longy Bowser," but some people
So long, Bowser.
Some people think he's saying "so long, gay Bowser." Some people think he's saying.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, but some people think I think probably what he's saying is "so long, a Bowser."
Yeah, that's probably
But
what it is.
it just sounds like he's saying "so longy Bowser."
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's at the end he's like, "Thank you so much for playing my game." Like,
I wish that I had
can you
gotten
do
a
that?
chance to go to Wizard World in Des Moines because Charles Martinet, the guy who was the voice of Mario and is the voice of Mario, was in town. So
oh wow,
yeah,
that was this year.
that was this year.
Oh
But
man,
I did not
he
go.
seems like such a happy man.
Oh
like
my
such a
god.
joyful-
Yeah, he was on one of the local news stations and he just seems amazing. I'd love to meet him. I hope that he comes back next year. Next year I'm going to make sure to apply early for a press pass. I got to write a couple of articles to try and, make it seem like we're covering it a little bit more. But
Right.
I'll try and get a press pass for it next year.
That'd be awesome.
And if this
Oh,
G.I. Joe movie is complete, then I'll have to go actually as a G.I.
Oh
Joe
right, with the mustache.
character. Yeah.
Did you already do that? Because I see you got the full beard now. Yeah, I never saw you do the mustache.
The mustache hasn't happened yet. They're
Oh.
a little bit behind. They're just starting to film some of Lauren's scenes.
They're a little behind, but your mustache is a little
The
bit.
mustache is going to be amazing.
Are you gonna do
Is it
go
gonna
for
be
like that?
majestic and like its own tea?
It's
Are you gonna
just-
go for like? Gonna do the Freddie
Like it's
Mercury?
gonna reach over and grab
it's
a
just
drink.
gonna be
and just
it's gonna
kinda-
be Major Blood style. Just if
Who's
you
that?
look
Is that
up
a wrestler?
No. Go look up G.I. Joe Major Blood. BLUDD. Look up him. Look him up.
Major Blood.
Major Blood.
That's you? You're gonna be Major Blood?
I will be Major Blood. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, to get... Oh, that's gonna be a good mustache.
It's gonna be a great mustache, right? The costume looks good.
So do
They got an eye patch and everything.
iPad, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So alright, so to get us back on subject, because I'm always one that's derailing us, so I'm gonna bring us back. So I wanted to ask, I want to ask our nerdy friend a couple questions about a couple questions. For one, I gotta say, how's the porn? How's the... Is
What
there furry
porn?
porn? The furry porn, I'm sure there's,
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I was busy looking up Major Blood, and then now we're talking about porn. Hold up.
Hold on.
Back up a few seconds.
It's
She
just
has to
full of
look
text.
up everything that we talk about, so...
I
Well,
do.
now she's got to look up porn just because.
I do now. Thanks.
I don't want to. But
I have to remember
to.
what porn was first, so let me research it.
That's a good Napoleon Dynamite face, by the way. I gotta look. I
gotta
look
it up.
I forget what porn
Get your
looks
own
like.
tater tots. Go.
I haven't looked up porn in like 3 years. I don't need it. Gosh.
I just draw my own. God.
I draw.
Takes me
I
like
draw
3.5
like
hours
it's
to
not.
draw the upper lip.
It's not
Go.
pornographic material, guys. It's Ligers making love. God.
It's like the natural order, man. Go.
So okay, so
Yes.
well, no, I guess the porn question was serious, but not really. My
How's the
serious
porn? It's going great. Thank you very much.
no, my serious thing that I wanted to say, it wasn't actually a question, it was more a suggestion. Maybe a question that have you played this? Have you heard of? I think it's called Retro New Arcade. Have you heard of that? Let me look it up and make sure I'm getting this right, because I don't
I
want.
have Steam Sega Genesis arcade.
That's cool. That's a virtual reality.
No, it's not. It's
That would be awesome.
Oh.
just, I can play older games on Steam. It's basically a paid emulator.
Yeah, here we go. It's Digital Cyber Cherries. It's called New Retro Arcade, and I don't know how to play. Like, I tried playing this on a computer, and I'm guessing you need the VR. I don't know. I don't know how you get this. I don't know if it'd work with the Vive. I would imagine.
I don't think it would, because there are cases where you can play the game while wearing the headset, but you have to use a mouse and keyboard or the controller, like
Yeah.
the gamepad. It's basically for games like that, the Vive will set you inside what looks like a bit of a theater, and you can have like a panoramic view,
Mhm.
and that's it.
It may not be it's coming soon. It's a demo, I guess, right now. But it's really cool. Like, I watched one of my favorite streamers play it, and it's basically a virtual reality arcade. So you're in an old '80s looking arcade. It's got like the planetary, neon colored carpet and everything, and it's got arcade cabinets that you walk up to, and like you play, the MAME ROMs through these cabinets, and it's got the artwork and everything, and like you press the buttons and use the joystick, and it's got like you can hear there's music playing in the arcade, but you can hear the machine's music, like
that's cool.
just like you're right there, and yeah, like and then you can walk away, move to another arcade cabinet. And I believe you can actually change the ROMs too, so you can customize your arcade, give it your own cabinets. And I think, because MAME ROMs usually have like the artwork and the marquees, so I think it could probably pull all that information. And
Okay, so basically it's like a virtual reality setup of an actual arcade, like as if you were really in an arcade and you can play.
It's got the arcade feel to it. But wait, there's more.
Oh.
You can go to like there's a little tape boombox type thing. Just sitting there, which is weird because that is
Like
just
a 90s boombox?
well, not like a huge. It's like a small one, but like a little tape player, and which is weird because the music's playing through the the sound system in the arcade. But yeah, you can go and like there's a box with like tapes, and you can change the whatever's playing, like all this 80s music. Plus, I think that
Why
can
would you
also
change that?
Well, no,
Right,
you're not.
why would you
changing
change it?
No, you can change it. You can change one 80s track for another 80s track.
Oh,
But
okay.
I think you can also custom, again, I think you can put in your own games. and there's still more. Like there's darts. You can throw darts, which is and then there's
Hey,
a bowling.
there's one Vive game that is free to play, and it was provided by Steam. It's called The Lab, and they've got a bunch of little mini games in it. And
Oh, that's
one of them is called Longbow, and you actually take a bow and pull an arrow back and fire
okay.
it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like that target practice can be kind of fun.
So
Yeah, and then like they got another one where you work a slingshot, kind of like Angry Birds.
Right.
here's
and then
my
you-
here's my question. It feels like there's like a lot of like mini games and things like that, shorter experiences for virtual reality right now, but it doesn't feel like there's any
Immersive.
longer. Right, there doesn't feel like there's any longer fully
Adventure
fledged
type.
Well,
gaming
right now,
experiences for any of these virtual reality devices, and that's kind of what I'm waiting.
right
to
now
see.
right now that's the case with mini games and stuff like that because it's still brand new. It's just been released like
Yeah.
I think in April this year.
Right.
So they're still figuring
And,
out, like this is a whole new avenue to explore. So they're kind of trying to.
I had to upgrade my computer for my virtual reality to even be able to work. Like
Wow.
it requires some heavy graphics updates, and the graphics card that I bought actually took up more power than the power supply that I have in my computer was capable of.
Oh,
So I had to buy a new power supply
Wow.
too.
That's
Other than
crazy.
that though, the processing power is the same. Like whatever you got in your computer right now can probably work. Whatever motherboard you've got, it probably works. It's compatible with Windows 8 and 10 right now, and it'll probably be compatible with further
But not
upgrades
9.
on OSs.
Not 9.
9 does not exist.
I'm interested in. I tried Oculus yesterday, which was very, very neat. I mean, again, just like some short.
That was
demos.
like the thing.
Oculus
that
came
kind of.
first.
Where did you
Right.
play it?
I played it at Best Buy actually, but I was telling Allie this last night during the stream. Tomorrow they're gonna have a demo for the PlayStation VR, so I'm definitely gonna stop by and check that out. Yeah.
I'm so curious about that.
Me
But when I
too.
brought it up to my fiance, he's like, "Hell no!
Oh,
We
yeah.
already got one system. We
Yeah,
really
yeah.
don't need another."
Well, what's
Right.
interesting about that,
Sure.
it feels like that one's gonna have more of the fully fleshed out experiences right off the
It
bat.
might.
I mean,
It would
It
have
might,
to. I mean,
because,
that's how they. That's
One of the
how.
future titles that they intend to release for PlayStation VR is Batman. You can't say no to Batman.
right,
Can
but
you
that
imagine
again
playing
feels more like
Batman?
just like a Batman experience. It doesn't feel like it's not gonna be like Batman Arkham Knight in VR.
Like drive around
Probably
the back
not.
car for a little while, float around and punch
right,
some.
investigate a crime scene. Check out
Punching would be
Wayne
awesome.
Manor.
Hey, that would be
in
cool
virtual
too.
reality. Punching would be a lot of fun in virtual reality.
Right,
Guys,
You know, I'm really excited to see what bigger companies are going to do working with the Vive or the Oculus. I really want to see VR continue on the path it's going because I feel like it can really get somewhere. This is revolutionary. I
it
think.
is. It is.
I mean,
I
it's
think
straight from
always-
the normal, but I mean, I think this really can put us into a whole new level of gaming, and I really want to see that.
I do feel like no matter what, it's always gonna be a little unnatural though, unless like we kind of evolve, like which might happen. Like maybe like our children, our children's children will be playing. Well, probably our children will be playing. Growing up with VR, and they'll just like mutate to become a new kind of person that it's natural. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Why would you want that though?
You wouldn't, guys. So I just
I fully intend when I have children, I'm gonna start my own community.
from your beard, of course.
a la that movie, The Village. So it's gonna be like shunned from technology, but in a modern thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole mindfuck. They'll love me. My children will love me.
The Village sucked.
The Village was all right. It was an all
I
right
fell
movie.
asleep. It was so bad.
I've never seen it.
It was all right. Well, I
Guys.
just gave away the twist.
Guys, I just wanted to round off really quickly or cap off really quickly about the virtual arcade because there's a couple things that's going to blow your mind about this, I think. And
Yeah.
that is that you can bowl. No, that you can, but like that's not the thing that blows your mind. Is it has an area where like you can go and play Super Nintendo games. So again, like you can pick up a controller and like you can load cartridges, and I think everything in this is customizable, I believe. But one of the coolest things about this is there's Game Boys lying around. You can pick up like the original old Game Boy and play Game Boy games, and like you actually have to hold it in the light to like play. Like that's how realistic it is. That like you actually have to angle it just right. And
That sounds amazing.
yeah, you can even customize the posters and shit. And there's pizza boxes that you can pick up and throw around in bottles. That doesn't really do anything, but that's there.
That's awesome. Well, Job Simulator is a virtual reality game that has some cartridges involved. Like you pick up cartridges, set them in, pull the lever, and then you're in the job. You get to work in a job in which robots interpret it. Like when they say that you need to nuke something in the microwave real quick, it's actually a radioactive microwave. You put ingredients in it and it changes into whatever the heck it is, and it's like all like green fizzy stuff coming off the top, so it's radioactive. Or like if you gotta burn a disc, you gotta actually put it on the grill and put it in the player, and it's supposed to be a burned disc.
Oh,
Get
so
it?
so it's computers that don't understand
Exactly. It doesn't understand the jargon that's involved with human.
the jargon.
Yeah, the jargon. Well, Job Simulator is a lot of fun. Oh my god, you get to play as.
Is
you
it
get to
because
work
I
in,
have a
like-
job and it's not fun?
Yeah.
Well, you get the job as an office worker, as a
Yeah, I'm doing that.
as a chef. You get to work as a
Boy, I just love
as a grease monkey. You also get to work as, what's the last one? Somebody who works in like a convenience
a
store.
jizz mopper.
Yeah, that's a nice one. That works.
I think the technical term is called load wiper
Oh right.
or an unloader.
I would just say like.
That sounds like
generation cleaner.
that sounds like a video game. Do you remember the game Lode Runner?
Oh,
That's a real game, Lode Runner, and
Yes,
think,
it
you know.
is. Oh man. Ugh.
oh, gross.
Hey,
Now we're all sad.
don't blame me. Blame Broderbund. I think they're the ones who made it.
I don't think they're
or
around anymore.
They released it for sure. They definitely
They
released.
definitely
it.
released something.
I
Oh
mean,
my
we
gosh.
could all see that one coming.
I think the
But
game
hey,
that I'd like to
that's
see the
just
most.
a theory.
I think the game that I'd like to see the most in virtual reality would be No Man's Sky. I mean,
I heard a lot about No Man's Sky, but I still know nothing about it.
Here's a question.
Falling under
I'm gonna
legal
stream
trouble
the
right
hell
now.
out of that game when it comes out.
I hope you do.
I will.
So I remember hearing like some speculation that the NX could involve some VR, and since there's been this leak of like what they think it's going to be, do you think that could enter the equation? You think Nintendo may be looking into their own VR type things? I mean, the fact of the matter is with those two side controllers, like those could in theory be like, you know, the controllers like in the Vive. So maybe, do you think that could be another aspect that they haven't revealed yet?
Maybe.
I mean, can you imagine a way that they would integrate that, like portable 3D gaming or portable virtual reality, which would be really disastrous. I mean,
That would be
people having-
terrible.
that would be the worst idea ever. If we're having problems with like Pokemon Go, can you imagine people just like completely cutting?
Yeah.
And people would do it.
Like, I
That'd
think
be
augmented
awful.
reality would be cooler, personally, but I don't know.
Maybe-
I think
maybe that-
I think they'd actually have to have like backpacks, like computing backpacks strapped to your back in order to do portable virtual reality at this point. I just don't think it would be feasible.
Yeah, I guess so. But you know, and I guess I don't know. Like, I'm just hoping that there's something more to it. I hope there's
Me
another
too.
surprise because I was looking forward to that big unveil. That like, you know, Nintendo's finally, you know, going to, you know, they're announcing we're gonna announce what the NX is because you have no idea what the hell it is, and then it's like this. I just want to see somebody like yank a red velvety, you know, cloth away from like this case or something, showing what the NX is.
Maybe it's
You know, like what-
holograms.
That'd be cool. You know, I want it to be like, you know, Reggie or Shigeru Miyamoto or whatever, just like with one arm behind their back and just like, you know, very, like not even looking, just yank that, you know.
That sounds amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. He'll be wearing a cape. I don't know.
Or like
Okay,
a top
here's
hat,
a
or like
story.
a mustache.
Here's a story from
What?
here's a story from almost 2 years ago. This was on GameSpot, but they're reporting on a NeoGAF thing. Okay, so someone on NeoGAF recently discovered that Nintendo has taken out a patent this year. Let me actually move this over here real quick. Hang on a second. Hang on.
I'm hanging by a thread.
All right. There we go.
Hanging at the edge of my seat, the edge of my
Oh,
buttocks.
Never mind. This isn't working. All right. Someone on NeoGAF recently discovered that Nintendo has taken out a patent this year on using head tracking to create a 3D effect on a 2D TV screen. As discussed in the patent, a camera on the TV could track a point on the hat to know where the player was relative to the TV screen. If the player moves, everything on the screen reorients itself appropriately. For example,
That would be cool.
if you were looking at a forest, you could shift your head to the right to discover someone standing behind a tree.
That's cool.
maybe that supplemental computing device works with that. We don't know.
That would be awesome.
It could be anything.
And it would be cool too, because like and maybe they are going to introduce like 3D into the NX, because like I mean that's what the 3DS does. It's 3D without the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that would be an interesting. Like I said, I hope this isn't all there is to it. I want to be surprised by the NX. I want to like.
I want to be compelled to buy one.
Right. And
Right.
and if you look back at some of the comments that some of the executives have made and why they have not revealed anything about the NX, they've talked about how they wanted to remain a secret because they're worried that that other companies are going to try and copy their ideas for NX. Do we really see Sony or Microsoft trying to copy the idea of a portable device that's also a
No.
home console? No, they're not going to do
No.
that.
No,
But
they're-
if they come up with something that turned a 2D television screen into a 3D field, well, that might do something
Yeah.
for you.
And that's the thing too, is that like I said, that was one of the reasons why I was so excited about it, because you're right. Like I remember hearing that like they didn't want anybody to know what they were doing. Like they're making it sound like they're doing something groundbreaking, and like just a portable device that plugs in your TV, it's not groundbreaking at all. I mean, it's if that's all, it can't be all it is. There's got to be
It's-
something
yeah.
to it.
It's cool,
They're
but it's
probably-
not groundbreaking yet.
They're probably just,
No.
you know what, you're probably right. It's probably they're probably intentionally leaking that just to give people a taste. But I don't even know, like, because that, again, that's not very exciting. I can't imagine people being super excited about that. So I don't even know if that would be a good move on their part if they did that intentionally. I almost feel like maybe keeping it, under wraps until the big reveal could be a big deal. Like you'd have people doing like backflips at the convention or whatever,
Or
gathering.
they're just trying to drum it up and make it seem really, really awesome and top secret, but when they unveil it, everyone's going to be like sorely disappointed.
Yeah,
Like they were with
they're
the
gonna be
Wii.
like,
Sorry,
they're-
I'm sounding so
I mean.
pessimistic over here.
They're gonna be like, we are pleased to present to you a portable game system you can hook up to your TV, and they're just like, that's it. Like
Miyamoto
what?
comes out.
That's what it sounds like, doesn't it?
He comes out like
Yeah,
Hogan.
he just rips off his shirt for no reason.
Gotta like play with your nipples too. Like, yes!
That's what NX stands for. Nipples Extreme. All right, let's wrap up. Allie, what are you going to be playing this week? What's exciting you in your gaming life for this coming week?
Oh, for this week, I'm playing Stardew Valley.
Ooh. Okay.
It's an indie game published by Chucklefish and developed by Concerned Ape. And
I love those names.
it was completely created. Everything about this game was made and programmed and sound effects added by one dude. And he calls
Wow.
himself Concerned Ape.
Wow.
And
He's very concerned about the state of
Right,
the
but,
economy and
this
I
game,
see.
game, in its simplistic nature, it's just like a little pixel game. You get to raise a farm, and you get to go explore stuff. You can bring it like community together.
Is this a Vive game?
No, it's a game that you can buy on PC. It's on Steam for like, I think, what was it when I got it? It was like $15.
Yeah, 10 to 15 bucks. I think it's on
So
my
you're
wish
still
list.
playing those. You're still playing those old-fashioned sit-down games.
Retro games are still my specialty, man. But Yeah, this game is incredible in every sense of the word. It's just there's so much to do.
You know what's another
And-
sense of the word incredible? Sexual. Are you saying this game is sexual?
Well, you get to have kids.
There you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Yeah, since my character's a female, I can be pregnant, and I have.
you guys-
Apparently,
you guys should be-
I've had a kid already.
You should be streaming that.
Nerdy friend that just had a kid. She didn't realize it. She's like, "Whoa, I haven't. I just had."
I was apparently pregnant for 14 days.
I didn't.
I don't remember shit.
One day I woke up and there's this infant, lying at the foot of my bed. I'm like,
I'm not
"Whoa."
even kidding. While I was playing this last week, my character's chopping down trees while pregnant, no less. 8 p.m. rolls around and my character falls asleep. It's
Oh,
like the
wow.
motion for falling asleep. And then it says, during the
Right.
night you gave birth to a baby boy. I'm like, what the hell? I wasn't awake
Nice.
for this. I was at home, out in the field, gave birth. Okay, fine.
That's
yeah,
what all
sure.
that good hard working does for you.
That's the way it was done back in the day. You just
I-
worked in the fields until a baby fell out.
Right.
ZB, what are you excited for
Well-
in your gaming life for this week?
Oh, you're not going to mention this coming week for me?
This
'Cause
coming week for you.
this coming week,
There
well,
you go.
it is definitely a coming week.
Now that porn's not gonna watch itself, huh, ZB?
yeah, you
right.
know.
They
You know,
just
may not be
won't stop
virtual.
making it, so you gotta keep watching it.
Well, I'm personally excited for Bang Brothers has this new video coming. No,
God.
no,
It's the tightest knit brothers in the world.
For me, it's not so much the going as it is the coming.
I can't even.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Oh, I'm sure you couldn't.
No, I couldn't. I tried to stop it, but it just happened. I cou-
Might need a few
might
paper
s-
towels
Yeah,
on
kind
hand.
of erupted out of you, didn't it?
you could say I was trying my best to control myself, but I just it came out. Anyway,
All over the place.
yeah, it was messy. So, all right. So this is the thing. I'm steeped in, in retro stuff. So, okay, I will tell you what I'm really excited about. It's not in the coming week though.
Okay.
I'm really excited for that little NES console thing that's coming out.
Oh, mini NES.
Oh, yeah.
Mini NES, and I know this is kind of a weird thing coming from me as a collector, somebody who's very big into and also that I probably own almost all the games that are on there, at least all the ones I would want. I don't think there's any games that I would want that I don't already own, but I think it's a really cool thing. I think the presentation is awesome. I think it's this cool little mini thing. It's got the HDMI output, which personally I don't really care about, but I think that's a good
I
thing.
think that's one of the best parts, personally.
Well,
I think so,
I'm
too.
all about I'm a lo-fi kind of person. I like the buzzy look of a old CRT.
Oh my
tele-
gosh. To segue, or not segue, but give you a sidebar for a second. Okay, at EVO, on Sunday for the grand finals, 12,000 seat stadium. They're playing like 5 different games over the course of 14
Wow.
hours.
That must have been
So-
exciting.
It was amazing.
Did they sell food?
Yes. One of the next to the last games was Super Smash Brothers Melee. First off, First off, Smash fans are insane. These people are absolutely nuts. It's like the religious
are.
fanatics
Yeah.
of gaming. So the
They
cheer,
are.
the intense cheer that went up from the crowd when they removed the flat screen TVs from the stage and brought up the old CRTV so they could play
Oh,
Smash
wow.
Brothers. It was something else. Anyway, I'm
Even
sorry.
though they
I had to
amazing.
sidebar that for you.
Well, they do have. It's very rare though, but they have a component. They actually have a component thing for the GameCube, but it's very rare. It's worth like $200, and
Uh-huh.
But anyway, I mean, me personally, I'm not. That's not the selling point. I think the packaging is really cool. I think the fact that it's a little mini NES. I think the fact that it's being, it's an officially licensed Nintendo product. It's gonna be a quality thing.
Mhm.
It's got a pack-in like classic controller, which is great. You can play it the way it was meant to be played. And it's also nice that it can plug into your Wiimote and you can use the classic controller as a second, or they sell the classic, the NES controllers in the box, which is cool to have that too for $10. I think the price, $60. I think that's not a bad price. It's like $2 per game when the cartridges are running, a lot these days.
Right.
I think it's definitely for a certain kind of collector, like, or a certain kind of audience, but regardless, it's gonna sell, like, everyone's gonna buy it. It's gonna be huge. I think this is a great move on Nintendo's part.
Yeah.
But I think the best thing about it, like, and this is why I want it, is I think it's great for portability. It's small, and it makes me want to have a job where I travel a lot, because how awesome would it be to go places and be staying in your hotel room at night and like plug in the mini NES and play some Super Mario Brothers, even though you should probably be exploring the city or whatever, but or let's say you want to go to a friend's house, like, am I gonna bring my top loader, which is smaller, but I still got to bring the adapter, which is heavy, and I got to bring 2 controllers, and I got to bring like a box full of games, or you've got it all in this convenient little box you can take with you and say, hey, let's hook this up to the TV. Let's play some, quick game of Super Mario Brothers. Let's play Super Mario Brothers 3. Let's play Zelda. And that's another thing.
Well, at least they have internal
CB,
saving devices.
Everything that you just described is like the entire like leaked supposed concept of NX. That's
Well,
Wow.
It's
and
like-
here's another thing that's great about it, though, is that, like, you would think that they would, throw some good staples and then, like, whatever. But no, like, it's actually, they're almost all of them are top tier games. Like, they're
Right.
really, like, they got Mega Man 2, they've got Zelda 1 and 2. They've got the Double Dragon games, which I'm not a huge fan of personally, but still. They've got Kirby's
Metroid?
Adventure. Metroid, I think, is in there. Yeah.
Metroid's in
better.
there, Castlevania, Mega
Kid-
Man.
Kid Icarus. Yeah,
Mm.
Mega Man 2. Like, it's
Yeah.
an amazing set of games. Like, it's not a huge number, but it's really quality over quantity. And I'm not crazy about the
The
save.
essentials.
I'm really not crazy about the save state feature. That kind of upsets me. Like, I know that most people would want that, but I think having that option takes a lot out of. I think that's something that, like, a lot of people don't appreciate. A really underappreciated aspect about old gaming is the fact that we didn't have save features or passwords. I mean, some games did,
Right.
but
That's true. Gold cartridge games had the save feature.
they did, yes. But I mean, the
You,
thing
you
that
gotta
really
have it in today's environment, though.
You do, because everybody's having less and less time to be able to play for extended periods of time. It's not like we're in an arcade anymore.
I
so-
understand.
So we have to have those save features. I think that's essential.
I know it is,
You like
but
the purity.
well, this is the thing that I feel has been lost in gaming, and the one thing that, like, because I mean, we've been kind of going back to, like, an older, people are coming out with, like, 2D games and, like, retro style games, and people are always trying to bring back what's classic. But the one thing we keep missing is those one-run games, like your Super Mario Brothers or your Castlevania or your, Mega Man 1.
Well,
Or,
they may not be AAA titles, but web browser games are like that. One go.
Well, but are they like arcade style games where, like, you keep
Some of them are like the helicopter game. That one's old as piss, but
Yeah,
it's,
no, I remember that in high school.
that's a one go game.
Yeah, but I
Or,
mean, I'm talking about, like, we lost that, like, really challenging, like fucking Ninja Gaiden, like, one of the hardest games, like the game that just busts your balls, like, no, like, and even
Yeah.
like
There are
something
games
that
like
carries-
Robot Unicorn Attack. That's a one go type game. It doesn't save your space at all.
You look so upset. You had an experience, didn't you? You look so like you're what's the word? You look so
Dejected.
Distraught?
Yeah.
no, not distraught. You look so fuck. I'm never gonna remember the word now. But
Depressed?
no, disillusioned or disenchanted.
Bewildered?
No, I think you just look disenchanted. I think that was what I was
There you
going
go.
for.
Or just kind of like disappointed almost?
So
Yeah, but more.
ZB, what's the next RPG that we're gonna get you to stream?
Oh boy. I'm not really much of an RPG person, but I do like them. I don't know that I might be able to be talked into doing an RPG stream, but you know what? I think you know what, Watchmen. I'll tell you what. If you want to create a poll for me and pick some random old, like, I'm talking like anything I can emulate on my OpenEMU thing, which is, hold on one second. Well, anything that's like
Yeah, maybe like
Nintendo.
Super NES, NES, or maybe
Super NES.
Genesis.
Genesis, like something like that.
Yeah.
One of those. It's even I can emulate Atari 2600, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, NES, Nintendo DS apparently. Although I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, I think that would be.
Sega 32X, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16, Virtual Boy. I could always do Virtual Boy.
Oh, there it is.
I didn't do the Virtual Boy stream, but no, if you wanted to, pick a couple of RPGs that you would enjoy watching play or you think would be interesting, do like a poll, and if people are interested and want to watch me, stream a RPG, I might be able to do that a little bit.
All right.
I definitely want to do some Twitch streaming in the future. I just don't know exactly what right now.
Yeah, it's hard to.
I know-
think you should
know that,
stream Stardew Valley.
I was thinking about that. I'd have to start a whole new game though, but the game is pretty long. Not
Can
gonna lie.
you stream VR yet? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
They ought to. I don't think.
I'm thinking that you can because I did manage to record myself playing Legend of Luca.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is VR is such a new thing, but at the same time,
what you can do is you can open up a what's called the mirror, and that shows exactly what I'm seeing in the VR, and you can show it shows that on the desktop, and I can take Bandicam and record that while the microphone records me and the webcam records my face. It's possible to record off VR. I don't know how much processing power it's going to require to stream it. I'm gonna have to experiment with that some before I know for sure. I've only had the VR thing for about a month now, technically 2 months. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with it some more to figure it out.
I think we lost ZB somehow.
Did we?
Yeah, that's
Uh-oh.
alright. We're ending here. We're ending soon. Hang on, let me find ZB's thingamajig.
Thingamajig?
That's gonna get cut out.
That's the word. Yeah.
Let's see if we're wrapping. All right, so I guess the thing that I would say. Oh wait, is he coming?
I'm
in?
back. Yeah,
He's back.
My internet.
Hi.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. It always happens in the middle of a stream that I'm doing.
Yeah, everything important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Right at the climax, right at the peak, right
Yep.
when you're,
Now you gotta start all over.
no, then you just blow your load and
So
Hi everybody, welcome to Hammer Bacon Stream. We gotta start all over because the last one was a mess up.
and it was a mess too. Let me tell you.
all right,
It took
I'm
3
gonna,
hours to clean up.
I'll come up with a list of titles, and we'll put a
That'd be
poll
cool.
up. And then I guess to finish up, what I'm excited for is I just found out this week that that one of the local comic book shops is having a monthly Street Fighter V tournament. So that's
Nice.
going to be next week. So I'm going to train for
Are you-
that and get creamed.
Can you record your training session? I want to see you put on a bandana and just do a Rocky montage where you're hitting
I will.
You
I
gotta
will.
do that thing that the internet's been doing, the thing. You know what I'm saying?
How about I throw on my karate gi? And
That
we'll
would work.
Yeah, we'll do it that way.
you do this whole build up for it, and the entire training video is you playing, and it's just
Yeah.
really boring. There's this huge
doing some
build-up.
camera zoom ups of you pulling your socks on and you tying your shoes,
And it's all
brushing your
gotta-
teeth.
This montage has to happen while you're playing while Silent Survivor is playing, which is it's the song that's from Fist of the North Star. It's really
Yeah.
awesome. You know the song?
A little bit. I think I've heard it at least
It's
once.
such a good montage song. It has to be done, and then you're playing the game.
What's
But,
the name of the song again?
Silent Survivor. It's Hatoken something. I don't know. It's Fist of the North Star, but
I was thinking about doing some drawings and stuff of what's been said in this stream.
Oh, please do.
oh,
I was
Can you
thinking
tell
about it. My drawing pad's pen is dead, and I can't find the charger. But instead, I think I was gonna just draw it all out on paper and then use my scanner.
can you send me the link to the thing because it got lost.
What thing?
Where my picture is because I've been.
Oh yeah, I can send the link.
Yeah, send me a link because I'm really lazy when it comes to that stuff and I need to update it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Okay.
Now I don't think I have the link anymore, but yeah, send that.
Well, all you gotta do really is just click on my YouTube channel, and there's a DeviantArt link straight there.
Okay.
And that's where I put all my art. I know DeviantArt's kind of one of those weirder sites, but I'm trying to get the younger demographic over there.
Right.
But yeah, like all my art is available there, and there's a like a gallery folder specifically for Nerd Bacon, and it has
nice.
everybody I've drawn so far on it.
Nice.
That includes you, Watchman.
Nice.
Oh, he already has his.
I got mine.
I know. I know.
Wait,
He
what
was like
else
the-
have
he
you
was
drawn
an
of
early
me?
adapter.
Oh, you know, I've just been drawing some fan art of you and some tentacles. It's not important. Though.
Oh,
Not important.
standard stuff. It's what I usually
Yeah,
get
it's
drawn
standard.
about me. Do I have the tentacles, or are the tentacles entering me?
The tentacles have you propped up and
God
on
dang
a
it.
table.
Every
and just-
time, just once.
Oh,
You're
but you got the hentai anime girl face like this.
You're the tentacly.
just
You know what's funny is
just
I was
once, I want to
watching
be the
something-
tentacler.
I was listening to something.
To be fair, it's the tentacles belong to a tentacruel.
Oh, there you go.
You know what's
Just
really
for the
weird?
record, I never drew this. It's not real. Don't look it up. Anybody who's gonna watch this,
I
don't
was
look
just
it
about
up.
to look it up. You know, I
Don't
don't
you
know how-
dare. It
I don't
doesn't
know-
exist.
I don't know how I got this information. I don't remember what I was watching. I was listening to some video. I was watching some video that, for some reason, was talking about tentacle porn and like how the origin was like how Japan was very strict on what like censorship or something. So tentacle porn was a way to circumnavigate.
We cannot
Yeah.
show people making love, but we can show octopus making love.
Well, the
very
tentacle porn thing has been around since like as early as the 1500s and is theorized to be even older than that.
Maybe this video I watched. What the fuck
Part
was
of
that? Why was I
Japan's
watching?
heritage.
Why are you watching tentacle porn history? What the hell is wrong with you?
know. Yeah,
Someone
I mean-
has to chronicle it.
I was doing
Right.
the same thing. I can't remember what I was watching and how it like. What? That's really a mystery I need to solve. But anyway,
Anyway, on that note, I think that wraps it up for tonight's podcast, tonight's stream. So, I don't know. I don't know if I want to edit anything. I think it's all perfect.
it's gold. It's gold.
Yeah.
It is.
Before you cut it off, everybody watch Celery Man on YouTube. It's hysterical. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's great.
Will do.
I'll remember to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thanks everyone for joining us and doing this podcast. And thanks if you are somebody who has stumbled upon this YouTube video. I hope that we have made you think. I've hoped that we've made you feel, maybe made you love
Made you cream.
tentacle porn just a little bit more. And yeah, I
There's
hope
a
that
bunch
you...
of there's also a bunch of different references that have been made here, such as the gaming channel No Lives Left.
That's
Yes.
right.
Plugging that in there real quick.
But most
Plug your
importantly, we
thing.
hope that you check nerdbacon.com, which is tentacle porn free.
Yes, Nerd Fake.
Nerd
It's-
bacon.
It's loaded with
Wait, tentacle
pizza.
porn. Hold on a second. Tentacle porn free. Now, maybe some people want tentacle porn, so lie to them and say we've got some tentacle
That's
porn.
the next poll.
now they know.
After we find out what games they want you to stream, the next poll is: do you want tentacle porn? Yes. No.
Or yes. No, yes or yes. There's
Yes.
no-
I think,
No. Yes.
I think it needs to be like tentacle furry porn. Got to get the whole demographic, guys.
Right. Right.
Exactly. There's yes and then there's no.
And then it's yes,
Yes.
in all caps.
Yeah.
Hell yes in all caps.
Hell yes.
Like 3 exclamation points after that. Underscore italics bold. Just need to really emphasize
There's,
hell and the yes.
there's yes, hell yes, and why is this even a question?
Yeah, there needs.
I'm
to
already
be
watching.
Like at the very bottom, it needs to have a ... WATIZDIS and then a question mark.
What? I can't. What did
What
you
is
spell?
this?
Oh, what is? Okay.
By the way, I'm taking us out with some Silent Survivor playing in the background, so that should be on the stream or on
Oh,
the YouTube
fuck
video.
yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Good night. We
Good
will
night,
see you
guys.
later.
Good night.
God bless. Au revoir.
Godspeed.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good song, right? Silent Survivor. He's just like listening to it. And I was like, oh, yeah. In fact, I think